Thank you guys, and it's been a journey of many months for us. When we were tasked by the assignment with our client, the interesting part is that after we've completed this Mwiki project, our client has still come back to us again and asked us to design, but with a different concept. Same apartment, same location, and same area. So it's a privilege sometimes when we build these houses to our clients, and in the end they show appreciation. So this client, I've been happy that he's understood the challenges and the processes. And actually, funny enough is that there are other projects that mostly sometimes don't go as as we expected, or maybe we didn't agree with the clients. And these are normal in every construction project, because different clients, different people have different expectations, and different values. And I thank God that in this one we have come to this. We are excited to show you this apartment. If you look at this apartment, you can see that there have been a lot of effort in terms of design and also in construction. We've worked as a team with our client, and we've been able to share ideas, discuss budgets and costs to the client. And whenever there's a variation, we've approached it in from a positive angle and side. And whenever we face challenges, we could reach out to our client and tell the client that we have this challenge on site, and A, B, C, and D has happened. And our client gives us his views and says do A, B, C, and D. And here we are. As you see this apartment, even the colors, the color code is unique. We normally have recently been attached to the Java red and gray colors and dark gray colors, and with this one we have used a different kind of color where it's made this building stand out. The reason we try our best to put the good expertise and our input while we're designing this building is because we really have a vision of changing the Nairobi architecture. So if you look at most developments or apartments that have been done by so many developers, they have a miss in language and architecture. And in this apartment, we want whoever comes to build next, because if you look at there is a vacant plot that is next, a bare land that is not developed. And the moment you do a good job or a good design, even your neighbor sort of like feels like they want to do something better than you. So this continues to enhance the beauty and the language and the architecture of Nairobi, because I've looked at many most ghetto places, and for example also in the Eastlands where I come from, where actually I was raised, I really didn't used to like quite a number of apartments, how the developers decided to do their apartments. And this was a motivation for me. Every time I say, if I do an apartment, I want it to be better than what I saw when I was a kid. And in this apartment, Mwiki, it was inspired by many things. Also the spatial integration. I used to see most apartments having tiny, small spaces, even as small as sizes of a bathroom, because you could find a lounge that is so small that is similar size to a normal maisonettes bathroom. And I've come to realize that most people enjoy space. Most people love big spaces, and at A-Built Africa Limited, we really focus on giving people big spaces and enough spaces, and play around with the plot ratio, because sometimes we even get clients who come to our office and say, hey, I have a plot that is 30 by 20, a very small plot, and they say, what can I do with it? So we try to play with the little space someone has, because space is space. How we add it determines how someone is going to use the space. So this apartment has really utilized, the maximum space that we have, and we introduced voids and future spaces for introduction of lifts. I believe with the current era of the world that we live in, people are eating different kind of foods, processed foods, fast foods, and I would say I've also been a victim of that, because sometimes you don't have much time to go have a meal prepared at home, and you have to eat from outside. So how this has affected human energy and form is that you find we're weak. Our bodies don't have that energy. So most guys, when they walk out of work and they're going home, especially in the Eastlands, and maybe you're living in the 6th floor, I've seen apartments in Pipeline going all the way to 9th floor or 7th floor without a lift, and someone is comfortably living up there. So we're getting to an era where lifts are going to become common in every apartment. And in fact, it's a rule and it's a measure that has been set by our county council and building code, that each building that goes that reaches 4 floors and above should introduce lift. And that's actually a requirement that you may need whenever you're doing an approval. But in most cases, you find developers probably tend to hold that. So when they do that, for us, we advise them to, like, hey, you need to do a provision for a shaft, where we can be able to do the lift shaft in the future, in case enforcement comes in and you have got no choice and you have to look for space. If you really utilize your space in a way that you can't have that, you're going to have challenges when that comes. So Mwiki apartment has been a good experience for us, A-Built Africa, and we're excited to showcase what we can do if given the liberty by our clients, and if the clients lets us do our work in the way we have agreed in our contractual form. And this apartment has come to us as a blessing, where we've been able to complete and hand over to the client. I showed you the journey from when we started. I've been sharing this in my social media handles, that is Facebook, Instagram, and on WhatsApp. And I'm excited to just show you this. Whatever space that you have, this has been built or designed and built on 50 by 75 feet. This is 15 meters, exactly 15 meters by 22 meters. 22.5 meters. Actually, these are 22.5 meters by 15 meters, and we have 4 units. So we have 4 units of 2 bedroom, each having a toilet and a bathroom separately, and a wash basin for your brushing of your teeth, washing your face and hands. We've really worked on the lighting, so we make sure that each unit receives enough natural light, so we make it green. And you find you may be able to save on power. We have the Walk of Fame kind of stars at the ground floor parking. We've tried to put the number of parkings that we could be able to afford with this space, and still maximize on the unit, so that our client can be able to generate good revenue with these units. So surprisingly, after the launch, after the handover, the following day, to my attention, each unit was booked. And the rent here may not be that much, but you see, we have 26 units, and all the units were booked at once. And with these 26 units, if you have 26 units, and each unit gives you roughly a monthly rent of 20,000 Kenya shillings. You see, you have 26 times 20, times 20, which gives you 520,000 shillings income each month. So if you do 520, then you multiply times 12. In a year, you have 6.2. So 6.2, we play with a budget of 45 million. 45 million. Then you divide by 6.2. You see, you have 7.2 years. So within 7 years, you've had a return on investment with this kind of development. So I believe 7.2 years with that rent of 20,000 Kenya shillings is really fair enough for us, you know, for you as an investment. Then within 7 years, you've had your return on investment, and now you continue enjoying your dividends. So guys, as you can see, we've done basic finishes, you know, basic tiles, spacious kitchen and a balcony, and it's interesting that this is what you can build. So in your plot, and you're wondering what you're able to achieve or what you're able to build as you know, as a commercial, you can do in a commercial apartment. And yeah, and there are guys who wonder what they can be able to achieve on 50 by 100. 50 by 100 is a very big plot. That is 15 meters by 30 meters. 15 meters by 30 meters, you can be able to play with the space and build a cozy house that fits well, gives you even four parkings alone, a garden, or even 2 parkings if you want to maximize on the size of the house, a garden and a DSQ at the back. And most people prefer to do modern with a slab roof, or instead of doing the hipped roof with the mabati and timber or mbao. So guys, I'm happy to show you this Mwiki apartment, and this is A-Built Africa Limited. Sure, if you have not watched the launch, we already did the launch and I uploaded that video. You can be able to check it up. And guys, I'm happy to be your building partner. Karibu.